In this video, I want to share with you something that Elon Musk taught me, as well as numerous successful businesses like Bourbon before it was Instagram, and numerous other businesses. So basically, it's this concept of pivoting. Now, what does that actually mean? It means really having a sense of what your customers are willing to pay for and what they're not, and what they're interested in or enjoy and what they don't really care for. So Elon Musk, he actually did this really well with PayPal. So PayPal and Elon Musk, if you don't know who they are, Elon is now a billionaire. PayPal is a billion-dollar company, and what it does, if you don't know, is it's a service where you can send or receive cash digitally. So when PayPal was first starting, it's a very interesting story. It's filled with turmoil and dark times, one could say, and from different vantage points, the story is told from different perspectives. Reid Hoffman, he's also a billionaire behind PayPal, as well as other companies like LinkedIn. He has a book on the topic, and he described one period of PayPal where they were literally losing millions of dollars every month, and it was literally like throwing money off the building or burning it. However, during this time, they found something that worked. Now, what exactly occurred during that time? Well, they built all sorts of crazy stuff, and PayPal was intended to be this huge conglomerate where there was financial services and systems, and the email money payment system that we now know of as PayPal, that was just a small subsection of what PayPal was at the time. However, what they did was they were aware and they listened to the people that they showed PayPal to. Most of them didn't care a thing about this complicated financial stuff, and they just wanted to focus on the money aspect, sending emails online. They were very interested in that. And quite frankly, it was one of those things where it was actually what was more convenient, because it was a lot easier to create this system than the complicated financial electronic digital system for the rest of PayPal that no one really cared about. So similar to how Bourbon worked before it became Instagram, they listened to they listened to the audience and found that small subsection, that small piece of the product they had that people really enjoyed, and then they just blew that up. They tore down the rest and scrapped it, and they started doubling down on what was interesting. And I think this is one of the things that really separates someone like Elon Musk and other people from those who are simply engineer or tech focused. I think one important thing in business is that you need money to pay the bills and get food on your table. And getting money is tough. It's very difficult to get people to spend their own money on something unless they really think it's valuable to them. And so a lot of engineers will create these great inventions that no one is willing to spend money on. And the best way of validating that is to just go out and talk to people and see if they will buy it. So unfortunately, most people don't do that. But Elon Musk, he recommends having a very closed loop. What that means is basically, you're constantly iterating and testing based off the market and the environment, which in more simpler terms means you're not just in your head thinking, oh, this would be a great idea, oh, this would be really cool, because you could roll this out and no one could care about it at all. And for you, that's great for you if you think it's great, and that's awesome. But when you're trying to pay the bills, or you don't want to be burning millions of dollars, you have to find a alignment of multiple values and multiple ideas. One is money. You need money. So another is purpose. So maybe your purpose is higher than just money. Maybe that purpose is, I want to change the world and remove global warming and reduce pollution. And finally, it's market demand. You have to consider market demand and what other people are willing to pay for, so you get that money. And those have to align so that you can make a difference and not make it just focused on money, so you enjoy the journey and make a difference too, but also recognize that market demand is there. And Elon does this really well, and ultimately it leads to this feedback loop that ultimately creates a product that's incredible, that would not have existed if you didn't listen to them. Instagram and companies like what Elon's done with SpaceX, Tesla, and PayPal, they would not have existed if you just sat in your own head and you wanted this to be what you wanted. Instagram would have never been the case because it was a small subsection of this original app called Bourbon that people used, which was the photo sharing part. That was sometimes, and this often happens with startups, is that small subsection is something that you could never have predicted or come up with yourself, because it was just so arbitrary and random. You would never have thought, oh, photo sharing. So, you would never have thought that, oh, photo sharing is so incredible, we should create an app on it. The people behind Bourbon, it was mainly like an alcoholic type app. So those changes you could almost never expect sometimes. So keep those in mind and realize that those mistakes or errors could be your greatest strength. Thanks for watching. Hope you liked this video. Of course, if you're new to this channel is all about self-development and success. You can hit the subscribe button below for free updates every Thursday. Otherwise, I will see you in my next video.